Welcome to She Wrote Plays, new takes on works from a century ago by neglected women playwrights, talented writers whose theatrical contributions have been largely forgotten, but their feminist themes are still resonant today. This series of audio dramas is produced by WTJU and the Department of Drama at the University of Virginia. It's made possible by a UVA faculty research grant for the arts. This season of She Wrote Plays features plays by Alice Gerstenberg, Rachel Crothers, May Miller, Susan Glassbell, and Mary Burrill. Episode number 1. Overtones by Alice Gerstenberg, written in 1913 and first produced in 1915 by the Washington Square Players in New York. Overtones has been referred to as the first expressionist play written by an American playwright, predating the experimental plays of Eugene O'Neill, who acknowledged the influence of Gerstenberg on his work. Gerstenberg's works explored themes of identity, social convention, and the subconscious mind, and her plays were celebrated for their sharp characterizations and insightful commentary on human nature. Gerstenberg is also known for her contributions to the Little Theater movement, a rebellion against Broadway and the commercial theater of the time. These theaters promoted artistic excellence and experimentation, and by producing new works by American playwrights, the Little Theater movement helped shape the mature American drama of the 20th century.
I'm Harriet. Beautiful, cultured, refined.
I'm the real Harriet. I'm her primal, authentic self. Call me Hetty.
I'm Margaret. I'm as beautiful, cultured, and refined as Harriet. No, more so.
No, I'm Margaret, her private self, her hungry self.
As the play opens, I'm alone.
Except that I'm here.
Yes, well, we're alone. In my supremely fashionable living room. In the center is an opulent tea table, very expensive chairs on either side. My gown is a light green, sometimes called a jealous green.
Now, Harriet and I never have physical contact.
I never talk to Hetty. I'm not sure she exists.
But I talk to Harriet, and she damn well knows I exist. And they do talk to us. They just don't look at us.
When the curtain rises, there's only I, Harriet.
And me, Hetty.
Yes, always Hetty, but no one else. I'm seated at the tea table, busying myself with, well, tea things.
Harriet. Harriet. My dear other self. Or should I say my trained self? Harriet!
Did I hear something?
I want to talk to you.
Aren't I splendid, Hetty?
You'll do.
I've tried to make the best of my good points.
My passions are deeper than yours. I'm crude and real. You are merely my appearance in the world.
I am what you wish the world to believe you are.
You're the part of me that's been domesticated.
It's only by my self-control that you're permitted to live in this world.
I'm a rushing river. You're the ice over the current.
I'm your subtle overtones.
But together we are one woman, the wife of Charles Goodrich.
There I disagree with you, Hetty. I alone am his wife.
But that's not true.
Certainly it is. I'm the one who flatters him. I have to be the one who talks to him. If I gave you a chance, you'd tell him how much you despise him.
I don't love him, that's certainly true.
You leave all the fibbing to me. He doesn't suspect that my calm, suave manner hides your hatred. Considering the amount of scheming it causes me, it can safely be said that Charles is my husband.
Well, if you love him,
it isn't my business to love anybody.
then why need you object to calling him my husband?
I resent your appropriation of a man who is managed only through the cleverness of my artifice.
You may be clever enough to deceive him, Harriet, but I'm still the one who suffers. I can't forget he's my husband. I can't forget that I might have married John Caldwell.
How silly of you to remember John, just because we met his wife yesterday by chance.
That's what I want to talk to you about. She may be here at any moment. I want to advise you about what to say to her this afternoon.
By all means, tell me now and don't interrupt while she's here. You have a most annoying habit of talking to me when people are present. Sometimes it's all I can do to keep my poise and appear not to be listening to you.
Impress her.
Don't I always impress people?
I hate her.
I won't let her see that.
I hate her because she married John.
Only after you refused him.
Was it my fault that I refused him?
That's right, blame me.
It was your fault. You told me he was too poor and never would be able to do anything in painting. But look at him now, known in Europe, just returned from 8 years in Paris, famous.
Wasn't a good gamble at the time. It was much safer to accept Charles's money and position.
And then John married Margaret within the year.
Only out of spite.
Freckled, gawky-looking thing.
Europe improved her. She was stunning the other morning.
Make her jealous.
Well, shall I be haughty, or cordial, or caustic, or...
Let her know how rich we are.
I do that quite easily.
Well, amplify it.
Never fear.
Tell her I love my husband.
My husband.
Are you going to argue with me?
No, I have no desire to argue with you. It is quite too uncomfortable. I can't get away from you.
You were a stupid fool to make me refuse John. I'll never forgive you, never.
Don't get me all excited. I'll be in no condition to meet her properly this afternoon.
I could choke you.
I'm so
You're
frightened.
bloodless. Nothing but a sham. Well,
Oh, be quiet. I can't let her see that I've been fighting with myself.
And after all my suffering, you say it has cost you more than me to be married to Charles. But it's the pain here in my heart. I've paid the price. I've paid. Charles is not your husband.
He is.
He isn't. I'll kill you.
How's that even possible?
I'll get it.
Wait, I can't let the telephone girl hear my real self. It isn't proper. Hello. Yes? Show Mrs. Caldwell up.
Tell her Charles is rich and fascinating. Tell her our friends are rich and fascinating.
I'll have her ask John to paint us.
Yes, if John paints our portrait,
We can wear an exquisite gown.
make him fall in love again
And Margaret, I'm so glad to see you.
Well, that's lie number 1.
It's enchanting to see you, Harriet.
I'd like to bite you.
Wasn't our meeting a stroke of luck?
I've thought of you so often, Harriet. And to come back and find you living in New York?
Well, my husband
My rich husband.
has many business interests here.
Flatter her.
I know. Mr. Goodrich is so successful.
Tell her we're rich.
Won't you sit down?
Thank you. What a beautiful lamp.
Oh, do you like it? I'm afraid Charles paid an extravagant price.
Oh, I'm sure he must have.
How well you're looking.
She is not. There are circles under her eyes.
I haven't eaten since breakfast, and I'm hungry.
And how well you're looking too.
She has hard lines around her lips. Is she happy?
Don't let her know I'm unhappy.
Why shouldn't I look well? My life is full, happy, complete.
Yeah, right.
Tell her we have an automobile.
Oh, me as well. My life is divinely complete. Isn't it wonderful that both our lives are so full, happy, and complete?
My life is awful. My husband can't make a living. He'll kill himself if he doesn't get an order for a painting.
You must come and see us in our studio. John has been doing some excellent portraits. He cannot begin to fill his orders.
Tell her we have an automobile.
Do you take lemon in your tea?
Take cream. It's more filling.
No, cream, if you please.
And a tea cake?
Take 6.
Maybe just a small one. John and I had such a big breakfast.
How many lumps?
Sugar is nourishing, you know.
3, please. I used to drink very sweet coffee in Turkey, and ever since
She was never in Turkey. She might have eaten turkey.
Turkey? How exotic. You must tell me about it.
Change the subject.
Oh, it's one of those places you can never describe. You must go there. You have so much taste in dress, you would enjoy seeing their costumes.
Isn't she going to pass the cake?
John painted several portraits there.
Why don't you stop her bragging and tell her we have an automobile?
Here's your cake.
At last!
Thank you. Maybe I will have just a bite.
Automobile.
Follow up the costumes with the suggestion that she would make a good model for John. Let's get what you came for.
What delicious cake.
Here's a chance for the auto.
Yes, it is good cake, isn't it? There are always a great many people buying it at Harper's. I sat in my automobile 15 minutes this morning waiting for my chauffeur to get it.
Make her order a portrait.
If you stopped at Harper's, you must have noticed the new gowns at Henderson's. Aren't the shop windows alluring these days?
Even my chauffeur notices them.
I know you have an automobile. I heard you the first time.
I notice gowns now with an artist's eye as John does. The one you have on, my dear, is very paintable. Isn't that colour a jealous green?
Don't let her see you're anxious to be painted.
Don't seem anxious to get the order.
Perhaps it isn't the gown itself, but the way you wear it that pleases the eye. Some people can wear anything with grace.
You flatter me, my dear.
On the contrary, Harriet, I have an intense admiration for you. I remember how beautiful you were as a girl. In fact, I was quite jealous when John was paying you so much attention.
She's gloating because I lost him.
Those were childhood days in a country town.
She's saying John was only a country boy.
Most great men have come from the country. There's a fair chance that John will be added to the list.
I know. And I hate you.
Undoubtedly, he owes much of his success to you, Margaret. Your experience in economy and your ability to endure hardship. Those first few years in Paris must have been a struggle.
She's sneering at your poverty.
Yes, it was difficult at first. Not the luxurious start a girl has who marries wealth.
Deny you married Charles for his money.
But John and I are so in love that we were impervious to hardship.
Do they really love each other? Damn.
How sweet. You had all the romance of starving for his art.
She's taunting you. Strike back.
Oh, not for long. Prince René soon discovered John's genius and introduced him to wealthy Parisians who gave him many orders.
Now, is that really true?
With so many opportunities there, you must have had great inducements to come back to the States.
We did, but not the kind you think.
John also became the rage among Americans travelling in France, and they simply insisted upon his coming here.
Whom is he going to paint here?
What names should I make up?
Just at present, Miss Dorothy Ainsworth of Oregon is posing. You may not know the name, but she's the daughter of a wealthy miner who found gold out there.
I'm sure there are many Western people I've never heard of.
Flatter her.
I've heard it said often that you've made yourself very popular. Someone said you were quite clever.
How nice. Who told you that?
Nobody.
Oh, you know as well as I that confidences should be suspected. Respected, I mean. They said, too, that you are gaining some reputation as a critic of art.
Oh, surely not.
Are you and Mr. Goodrich interested in the same things?
Hardly.
Oh, indeed, Charles and I are inseparable.
I'll bet.
Do have another cake.
Yes.
I really shouldn't.
Take it. Take it.
After my big luncheon, John took me to the Ritz, and we're invited to the Bedfords for dinner. They have such a magnificent house near the drive. I really shouldn't. But the cakes are so good.
Thank you.
More tea?
You bet.
No, thank you.
What?
I really am so pleased at how wonderfully life has arranged itself for you. Wealth, position, a sublime marriage. How happy you must be.
Happy? I've never been happy since I gave up John. All these years without him? A future without him? No. No, I shall win him back.
I sometimes think it's unfair for anyone to be as happy as I am. Charles and I are just as much in love now as when we married.
I should like to meet Mr. Goodrich. Bring him to our studio. John has some sketches to show. Not many, because all the portraits have been purchased by the subjects. He gets as much as $4,000 now.
As much as that?
It's not really too much when one considers that a picture painted by him now will double and treble in value.
If only that were true.
Does he paint all day long?
Sure. He draws advertisements for a bread shop.
Now, when you and your husband come to see us, telephone first.
Yeah, so he can get the advertisements out of the way.
Otherwise, you might arrive whilst he's painting, and John refuses to let me disturb him then.
Make her ask for an order.
Lagrange offered to paint me for 1,000.
Lagrange's reputation isn't worth more than that.
Many people seem to like his work.
He's brilliant. That's why.
He's only praised by the masses. He's accepted not at all by artists themselves.
By jealous artists, you mean?
Will we have to pay the full price?
Lagrange did think I would make a good subject.
Lagrange doesn't know who you are.
Of course you would. In fact, why don't you let Lagrange paint you?
Why'd you say that?
But if Lagrange isn't accepted by artists, it would be a waste of time to pose for him, wouldn't it?
You know, I think it would.
Give us the order. John is so despondent he won't last much longer. Help us. Save us.
And yet, if he charged only 1,000, one might consider it.
If you really want to be painted, why don't you give a little more and have a portrait really worthwhile? John might be induced to do you for a little below his usual price, considering that you used to be such good friends.
Yay!
That's very nice of you to suggest. Of course, I don't know.
If you fear God, say yes.
Of course, I don't know whether John would. He is very peculiar in these matters. He sets his value on his work and thinks it's beneath him to discuss price.
You needn't try to make us feel small.
Still, I might quite delicately mention to him that insomuch as you have many influential friends, you would be very glad to...
Finish what I don't want to say.
Harriet, help her out.
Oh, yes. Introductions will follow the exhibition of my portrait. No doubt I will...
Ye patronizing.
No doubt I shall be able to introduce your husband to his advantage.
Saved.
If I find John in a capricious mood, I shall take pleasure, for your sake, in telling him about your beauty. Just as you are sitting now would be a lovely pose.
All right, we can go now.
Don't let her think she's doing us a favor.
It will give me pleasure to add my name to your husband's list of patronesses.
Run home and tell John.
I little guessed when I came for a pleasant chat about old times that it would develop into business arrangements. I had no idea, Harriet, that you had any intention of being painted. By Lagrange, too. Well, I came just in time to rescue you.
Run home and tell John.
You managed the order very neatly.
Now, if I'm not satisfied with my portrait, I'll blame you, Margaret, since I'm relying on your opinion of John's talent. But I have no fear. You always had excellent taste.
Ah, it is you who flatter now.
One does not flatter when one tells the truth.
Oh, come on.
I must be going, or you will have me completely under your spell.
Well, I've gotten what I need, so go. Go!
Oh, must you?
Yes, really, I must. But I'm sure we'll see each other often at the studio. I find you so stimulating.
It is indeed gratifying to find a kindred spirit.
How I'm going to make you suffer.
My kind regards to John.
He barely remembers you.
I shall wait then till you send me word.
I'll speak to John about it as soon as I can and tell you when to come.
I love him. I love him.
He's starving. I'm starving.
I'll take him away from you.
And now I have your money and your influence.
I'm going to rob you.
And torture you.
And destroy you.
Annihilate you.
I've had such a delightful afternoon.
It's been such a joy to see you.
Goodbye, my dear.
Goodbye, dear friend.
You've been listening to Overtones by Alice Gerstenberg. Harriet was played by Katie Gary. Hetty was played by Evelyn Gary. Margaret was played by Julia Robertson. And Maggie was played by Gigi Stewart. Overtones was adapted and directed by Doug Grissom and recorded at the WTJU studios with sound design by Louis Reining. The recording engineer for all plays is Louis Reining. The executive producer of She Wrote Plays is Nathan Moore. And I'm Mandy Schuker. Music in this episode by Blue Dot Sessions. You can hear all the plays in this series at shewroteplays.org.